going.
Pew, pew, pew. Guardians of the Galaxy
Volume 2.
They made another one, and we watched it. Yeah, we fucking did.
Yeah, because we had to.
We fucking had to.
Because they told us to.
They did. It was in the trailers and everything. Go watch this film.
Must-see movie.
Must-see movie. The Marvel movie of the month.
Because there's not enough.
There's not enough Marvel out there. I think if anyone says there's not enough Marvel movies, they need to make more.
It was extremely funny.
It was funny. It was funny. I laughed.
It was a really it was a lol film.
Which is what you want.
Yeah.
It's what you watch.
Well, it's what you expect.
It's what you expect.
Very funny film.
Very funny. Anything else?
And it looked good.
Yeah.
And it was acted well. The story was... That was my only disappointment, really.
Really?
Yeah, didn't find anything interesting about the story. It wasn't entirely original. I know it might have taken a lot. The thing is, I don't know much about the Guardians of the Galaxy comics, so
yeah.
I know people berate me for being like, oh man, it's so much from the comics. But as a film, the first one had more of an immediate impact. This one, it was, like I said, it was extremely funny. It was very emotional. But I felt like it was dragged, man. It was dragging. It was dragging everything. Every little set piece was just dragging. It's like, let's try and get the most feels out of everything we do. I felt not a lot actually happened in that movie compared to the first one.
A lot happened in the first one. It
Fuck loads happened.
They
go from there to there to prison to...
Sorry,
if you have not watched the first one, you have no right watching this fucking review, you single...
Yeah, exactly.
You idiot.
Yeah, we're spoiling the first film, we don't give a fuck.
I get what they're probably trying to do with this film, and that is to really hammer home these characters and make them because... Marvel have got this long plan lined up for the next 70 fucking years with the Infinity Wars and all that sort of the bringing together everyone, and I'm anticipating there to be a lot of characters being killed off, and what best way to kind of create an emotion is to have all this material where they're, you almost tear up for their suffering and whatever.
Sure.
I wasn't disappointed by a long shot, but neither was I blown away, because we've now seen if you were to sit down and watch every single Marvel movie back to back, it'd probably take you a week or maybe more than that. So big set pieces and all kinds of manner of explosions and mystical powers and cosmic extravaganza. It doesn't doesn't amaze me.
We desensitized it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's probably the film. That's probably because of sheer amount of Marvel out there right now. It's so much that you're not seeing anything new.
I know, it's difficult.
Once you saw the first Avengers where they're coming out of fucking wormhole into New York, I think everyone just kind of went, okay, so this is what we'll expect from now on.
Something has been...
Yeah. So I can see why they were steering very heavily on characterization in this film, which there's a lot of. There's a lot of establishing the relationships and embellishing it slightly, but as the film as a story, I wasn't completely blown away by it, and I didn't think much of it. I mean, even the impact that the events had, I didn't really feel had that much relevance, even though they were meant to. I
sort of agree. I feel as far as the sequel goes, they pulled it off really well. A lot of. I don't see the thing about the storyline, right?
Yeah.
It's true what you're saying now. I think about it, but the first one was look over here, look over here, look over here, look over here. This one's more okay, it's a one solid story. I think the first one was very much there's this character,
Yeah.
and there's this character. This one's like, okay, now you know who they are. Now we can really delve into them. I've just done a little bit of research, and this is not the popular opinion. It's not your opinion. I actually think I preferred this than the first one.
Yeah.
The reason why is because it's what you want on a sequel in the way that it's like it's the first one, but everything was just a little bit more. Like as I said, the characters are a little more developed. The visuals were insane. I really thought that, and I know we've all seen it all before, blah blah blah. But there was just some epically beautiful fucking visuals going on in that. I thought it had all the laughs. I probably laughed a little bit more on this one. The first one soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks. It's very easy what they did.
Yeah.
They chose classic kind of rocky songs. They did it again. This one, slightly more obscure choices. I thought it's not obscure, but I don't know. I thought the soundtrack was.
They're not as mainstream as the first.
Yeah, the first one was kind of obvious classics. This one had a little more like. I don't know, but whoever's picking those songs, man, they know what they're doing, and it's such. I love that. Anyway, the point is, so I thought it was excellent. I had so much fun.
It just really did feel that they were trying to like get the most out of the time. Yeah. Make you sit there for like 2 hours.
I think it was a bit try-hard in many ways.
And some of the set pieces were just drawn out a bit too much. Yeah. And so it just, I didn't feel like you always sit there and you go, I think this film could be shorter. I felt this film could be a bit shorter. Sure. Or they could have probably put in maybe a bit more. I just kind of wish there was a bit more to the story than what it was, than what we were given. Kurt Russell though.
Kurt Russell was great. Lots of also cool cameos. Before I sum it up, the title sequence is so good.
Title sequence is brilliant.
The title sequence is so good.
It's brilliant,
From the get-go, you're like, that's great. But what I want to say about this film, to sum it up, they are experts at doing something silly without it being stupid. It's so silly but not stupid. That's the thing. It was goofy and over the top, but it never felt like that's what it was expertly executed silliness. Okay. And that's what I liked about it most. And I was extremely happy, and I am probably the only person in the world that for now thinks it was better than the first one. I'm going to give it a 7.
You just fucking surprised me with that. Okay.
What did you think?
I honestly thought you were like going to smash that out of the pot. Fine, yeah. Well, that ruins my score. It was a very straightforward comic. It was comic book stupidity. Yeah. Took all the overblown nonsense from it. None of it was believable. No. You watch a film like The Avengers.
Yeah, it's like
at least there is like some partial science to it.
Yeah, they try to be like, this could happen.
This is none of that shit, and it's just straight up. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I feel the story was just the weakest point to a film that was overall enjoyable, fun, very funny, hit those emotional high notes, performances, great soundtrack as well.
Action packed as fuck.
Yeah, it was fucking full of action. I don't think there was like, very, very little a dull moment. But again, I go back to the point that I felt the action sequence was just drawn out a bit too much. Stretched. And because of that, I will probably give it.
Stick to your original score, man. Be a man. Stick to your original score. Because I want to know what it was.
I was going to say 7.5.
Fair enough. So this is the difference. I'm coming from this angle where I'm like, comic books, but like, that was great. You're coming from this angle of like,
well, as a comic book film, it is a very solid film. And I guess I'm a big fan of comic book movies, so they'll always be kind of like bumped up. But
here's the thing: is like it's I put it in the same league, not the same league. I think Deadpool was better, but Deadpool
was much better.
The difference is why I like Deadpool and Guardians of the Galaxy is because like these Thors and Iron Mans, Avengers, like fucking Hulks, like they all just the same thing. It's like you get this.
They obviously found a good formula with Guardians of
Yeah.
the Galaxy and with Deadpool in
Yeah.
that they want you treat your audience with a bit more like I don't know respect their intelligence, maybe like and also not maybe just also freely admit that this is what we are.
Yeah,
this is a comedy.
That's what the sequel has an advantage. Is that the first one they were like, there's this character, and like here's Chris Pratt. You might remember him from such and such, but they ignore all those things, Parks and Recreation, and all those silly films, and try to take him. He's not the guy from Jurassic Park, you know. And in the sequel, you're like, I know this guy. It's fucking whatever his name is.
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
I love how you just don't know. I know this guy. It's Chris Pratt. You're Chris Pratt. Anyway, that's it. There we go. We did our score. So now
Go watch it.
Go watch the film. Go watch the film and keep this franchise going.
Keep the Marvel universe going, man.
More
money.
Every 2 weeks.
Bigger movies. More. Every 2 weeks, give us a new Marvel film. That's what we need.
Dum, 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 dum.